Nate and his magic balls, everyone. Alright, despite what Sam says, I got pockets full of jokes. And yes, I am ashamed of doing that. It's a spring break now, so a lot of the college kids are out of. When I was in college, I never got anywhere cool for spring break. Most of the time I just went home to my parents. The worst part about going to your parents on spring break is probably the wet t-shirt contest. Because my mom, bless her heart, she just doesn't have it in her anymore. I'm just kidding. She's still pretty good. You know, there's not as many trains as there used to be, so I wonder, do hobos ride in the baggage department of planes? Oh. Hobo-friendly crowd. I mean, homeless people, I mean, colorful hobos with all their belongings on a bushel. Watch a lot of TV, but I didn't realize how bad it was until one time I was watching TV and an insurance commercial says, do you know how much you can switch by changing to AIG? Only $257. Alright, not so bad. I'm an accountant by profession, which is boring, but to make it worse, I actually work for the Department of Taxation, so I'm an evil accountant. Which is really a problem when you're trying to meet women, because eventually they get to where they ask what you do for a living, and I don't want to tell them I'm the evil accountant, so I have to make up something, and I'm not very good at it, so I'm always like, I'm an ostrich farmer. Alright, that's me. Part of my job with the Department of Taxation is we take calls with questions from taxpayers. And a woman called in a couple weeks ago and asked me, what does it mean on the form when they say uppercase letters? I don't have a joke. I just thought you should know there's a grown woman who doesn't know what uppercase letters are. I once saw the movie Avatar, like most people in the country did, and it really touched me. I really thought it had a lot to say about the way we live and what our country's doing, and we really need to step up our genocide machines, because we got taken out with a bunch of people with arrows on the back of horses. So. Step it up a notch, America. I don't have road rage so much as road sarcasm, which can be a problem. One day I was driving in the rain, and people were going real slow, and I started screaming, "Come on, people, it's not the apocalypse!" And I realized I should probably have lower standards than the apocalypse or driving under the speed limits. Probably going to come up before the apocalypse. Speaking of religion, do you ever think that when God was making the devil, he thought, maybe I should just not? I got hit on once. Right? I didn't know what was happening. It never happened before. I didn't find out until after the fact. I'm sitting there in a half-price books looking at some DVDs, and this girl walks up to me and she says, "Oh, what are you looking at?" And she kept asking me all these questions. So I'm thinking, what the hell is this strange woman asking me all these questions for? And after I'm driving home, I realized, son of a bitch, that's what getting in on this. She's just faking conversation. Reel that one back a bit. Why are there no friendly loan sharks? I want a lone teddy bear. See, right, you wouldn't feel so bad about taking a loan from a lone teddy bear. You could have right. I bought a packet of toilet paper on the side that says, safe to flush. I sure as hell hope so. I don't know what companies out there is making unflushable toilet paper. Shame on you. One time, me and my friends wanted to go out after a show, and they all wanted to go to the bar, but I was tired, it's loud, there's lots of music, and I was like, let's just go to a restaurant and have a drink. And so we compromised, went to a gay bar. I don't know how to make sense. Trust me, at the time, they were very persuasive. Here's a fun game if you're bored. Go to a full parking lot with a car circling around looking for a spot and just pull out your keys very visibly and walk up to a car, then walk away. I think this scooby-doo gang would save themselves a whole lot of time if they just camped out at the mask store. Not so bad, right? healthcare reformers month, I kept seeing a lot of, news reporters saying, pointing out that, it's very similar to Hitler's healthcare plan. Yeah, because that's the important thing that Hitler did, his healthcare plan. One time I was in the bathroom and there was graffiti on the stall, but it wasn't what you normally see. It said, "John Wilkes Booth was a coward." I bet he's really feeling the sting from that one guy. I'm from a small town in Ohio, so when I first moved to the city, my parents were a little nervous and they wanted me to get a weapon to protect myself, so they suggested I get a gun, or my mom wanted me to get a knife. But those are for fighting off muggers. I don't want to fight off a mugger, I want to deter them. So I suggested I get a bow and a quiver or arrows. You see a guy walking down a dark alley with a bow and a quiver of arrows. What are the odds he does not know how to use them? It clearly sends the message, you steal my wallet, you're getting the arrow in your back. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be enough of me for tonight. Next we got the Cast of Godspell coming up. They're going to do another number for you and hopefully explain why the show is called Godspell. I don't know if it's about God spelling or kids spelling God. Frankly, neither is that impressive.